I think I'm gonna crouch down, wait with your sword out front. Morale increases too. You crouch down slightly in a defensive position, holding your sword out in front of you in the direction you think the monster was last. You clear your mind and do your best to focus on the sense of smell and touch. The monster is large, and you hope that if it comes near, you can feel the air move. And then there's your new sword. It seemed able to detect the monster earlier. Certainly it doesn't see or hear as you do. Sure enough, you notice the sword tugging on you to your right. You pivot around and begin to walk that way. Your feet hit something hard, probably debris from the battle. Oh, that's gotta hurt. It's like hitting your pinky on the side of the door or something. Probably debris from the battle or the armor of a fallen knight. A wind hits your face from the straight ahead. The smell of fresh air, the stained glass window. The monster must have smashed through it. Exhilarated by your deduction, you rush forward, assuming you will feel the glass underfoot before, and then you're falling. I just literally ran. Why would you think that? See, here's the thing: if the monster came from inside and hit the glass, all the glass is going to go on the outside. It's not a bullet that's going to be glass on both sides. There's going to be glass on one side that's outside. Why did you expect you would not fall? You're falling. Favor decreases 4. Make me a bat. A bat, you scream in your mind to Agra as you feel something plummet. And as you feel yourself plummet, wind on your face. Suddenly, sound and sight return. The stone walkway beside the moat is rushing up to you. There's a high-pitched ringing, and you're flapping and rising. I'm a bird. You can see very well. The colors in the city below are vibrant. For a moment, you think that the sun must have come out again. No, it's cloudy and raining. Your bird vision must be even better than your normal senses. You turn your head with ease and can see all around. Quickly, you spot the Thog monster climbing up the side of the massive castle. He's above a dark cloud that hovers over part of the castle side. Obviously, this is where the shattered window is. You are 100 meters away. Wait, how did I get 100 meters away? I'm flying. Okay, I just flew and just went in a random direction apparently. You spot the Thog monster climbing on the side of a massive castle. He's above a dark cloud that hovers over part of the castle side. Obviously, this is where the shattered window is. Oh, so he went up and I went down. That's hilarious. You're 100 meters away, but you can easily make out his wounds, gouges, and smashed flesh. As wounded as he appears to be, he's climbing the castle wall swiftly and with ease. I don't know, it's a good idea to attack him, and I don't know why is he going up the castle. I would expect him to go towards the sewers or something to get goblin souls or something like that. From up here, you can really appreciate how massive the castle is. Black cloud, where you fell out of the window, was perhaps 12 stories above the moat. It's a good thing that my equipment vanishes when I become a bat or something, and then when I turn back, all my equipment will be there. So it's good. You're 100 meters away. Yeah. As wounded. Yeah. Already read all that. From up here, you can really. Yeah, I already read that. What the hell? Oh, I'm reading it again and again. The black cloud where you fell out of the window was perhaps 12 stories above the moat. But that was not even halfway to the top. More than great engineering, magic must have been used in the construction of this palatial fortress. Yeah, that is true. With really high buildings, you have to really... The engineering going into those things are ridiculous. And considering these are olden times, I'm guessing they probably use some magic to reinforce the walls or some shit like that. Aside from your sight, your hearing is good too. You can hear the screams and shout of people in the city below. Including phrases like the Mort Kraken is climbing the wall, God save us, run Telebond, run. I'm guessing that's some random person. At last, I'm a mighty eagle. No, you're a pigeon, says Egra. It was the fastest transformation I could manage. Now it is time to finish the Thogian abomination. But I'm a pigeon, you say angrily aloud. At least you meant for it to be angry. It came out as a sharp cooing noise. You flap furiously, clapping your wings as you rise. It's unclear that the monster is heading the gore and slime trail he's leaving on the wall. Says he's not just going to the next available window because he has passed by several already. I'm amazed that Kalak or the Duke is not interested in this whole matter, but okay. He could be headed to the highest roof. This is a large, steeply pitched roof, no doubt to slow off the heavy winter snows found in this northern region. Okay. Be thankful to be a pigeon. There are many pigeons about. The enemy will not see you coming, says Egra. Who cares if he sees me coming? What does he have to fear from a pigeon? This is switching back to speaking in your mind. Getting closer, and we can use spells. Also, when I transform you back, you will have your sword. I've spoken to your new weapon. His name is Justice's Edge. That is such a cringy ass name. That is ridiculous. Who named him that? That is disgraceful. Although you can just call him Justice. He's eager to smite Thog's abomination. Where is the sword? You ask as you flap towards the monster. Is it in my feathers? Will it be in my hand when I transform? Yes, it will be in your hand, as I said before. As I said, the sword and the equipment stays. Yes, it will be in your hand, as if it was when you were transformed. As for where it is now, do not concern yourself with that, says Egra. By now the monster has nearly reached the roof. You are above maybe 15 meters from it. Perhaps now is a good time to hit the wall around the monster with a slippery spell. A slippery spell, you say? Reach the roof. Yeah, it could probably fall off the roof with that. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Let's watch him fall, you say. You feel the power release and at a moment later, the monster slides down the wall, picking up speed. Then his flailing tentacles latch onto the wall, skidding along the stone surface, slowing his fall. Then another tentacle latches... Oh, that was... I just read something funny down there. Okay, so that was a waste of 2 favor, apparently. Yeah, I was hoping that she would like grease the entire surface of the side of the castle so that she would just go sliding down, but apparently not. It just did a very small area. Skidding along the stone surface, slowing his fall, then another tentacle latches onto a windowsill, arrests the monster's descent completely. Neville's tongue, Egra. That was weak, you chastise. You expect me to coat the entire wall? Yes, that's what I was expecting, says Egra. Perhaps, you say. Anyway, if you don't think something will work, feel free to mention that. It might have worked, says Egra, although perhaps I defer too much to my champion, despite the prophecy. What does that mean? Although perhaps I defer too much to my champion. I need to look up defer because this feel like important stuff. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so defer means postpone. So although perhaps I postpone too often to my champion. What the fuck does that even mean? I mean, I'm guessing she's saying that, you know, she expects too much from me, I suppose. Despite the prophecy, you ask. I wonder where he's going, says Egra, ignoring your question. He certainly seems to have a plan. Now that the monster has recovered his traction, he crawls up, probing ahead with tentacle, and then quickly going around what might be a slick spot. He is like a gigantic, like amoeba or something. He really wants to go to the roof, you say. Strange, since I don't imagine there is any faces up there to eat. That's what I was saying. Like, what exactly is it trying to do? Is it trying to cast like a mega spell that just like sucks up the soul of the entire city or some shit like that? You circle nearby, but out of range of the tentacle. Soon the monster clambers over the eave of the roof, commences climbing straight up towards the apex. This might be a good place for it to slip, you say. How about you coat the roof, but this time all the way down? Egra likes this, but you feel that it will take a little extra favor to coat the roof in a wide strip from top to bottom, create a slide. Yeah, I don't have the favor for that. I could boost my stats to get a favor, but I think I'm just gonna stick with this for now. In the best choices, when I do best choices, I'll probably do this option. We'll hold out on this option till then. I feel like this is just going to be more annoyance, or I will die in the next second. I feel like I'm about to die. Let's see if I die. Fly high up, keeping a very safe range from the monster. With any luck, the fighters of the castle will find him before you have to risk your own neck again. The monsters climb over the apex of the roof and hurries down the other side, partially crawling, partially sliding. Oh, he's onto something now, says Egra. At the edge of the roof, tiles break off under the weight of the beast's weight as it clambers over the eave and onto the wall again. What is it doing? Is it swinging? Can't tell what is it doing. It crawls down a floor, then squeezes into a large open window. Is it trying to eat Kalak or something? I'm not sure. You'll flap down to the... I highly doubt he will be able to, but okay. Flap down to the window and peer through. Inside is a large bedroom. Fine glittering clothing is scattered on the floor as though thrown without a care. A man and woman completely naked are on the bed. Is it Anne or something? Maybe it's Anne and her husband. Completely naked are on the bed in the throes of lovemaking. The woman on all fours, the man behind her. Behind them is the monster, creeping ever so slowly. Evidently, this beast can move silently when it really wants to. You land on the windowsill. You're about 2 meters from the monster now, easily in range of its tentacle attacks. Nevertheless, he does not seem to acknowledge you. Of course, without a face is difficult to tell. Disappointing, says Agra. I thought Thornspog had some master plan. Yet all this mindless beasts want is more prey. It will be a favor to all existence to end him. Land on the fool, and I will transform you back. Use your holy sword. Literally, the monster is only moments away from pouncing on this oblivious couple. You may be able to save their lives by attacking now. On the other hand, if you wait for the monster to commence feeding, as you may gain an even greater advantage as the monster is distracted with his meal. I feel like this is Anne for some reason. But you know what? Let's wait for a better moment, I feel like. If it's focused... Well, then again, it's focused on them. I highly doubt it cares about a pigeon. So I guess I'll attack now. Oh, no, I died. You flap into the room and rise into the air. The man must have heard your obnoxious wind clapping because he turns his head, his face reddened and sweat on his forehead. His eyes alight on the monster. His eyes bulge now, you say. There's ringing in your ear, and the next thing you know, you're on top of the spongy horror flesh of the monster, your blade inside it. The thing thrashes underneath. Well, it is my fault. I did not expect the person in the room to pay attention to me. I thought the monster would not pay attention to me because I'm a pigeon, but I guess it makes sense that a person would pay attention if a pigeon just came into the room. There's ringing in your ears, and the next thing you know, you're on top of the spongy horror flesh of the monster, your blade inside it. The thing thrashes underneath, and tentacles wrap around your throat, squeezing and cutting off your ear. The monster spins you, lifts you and spins around and bites into your chest, alas, you finally succumb to your wound. It would have been so cool if they actually made a thing where if you die, the story would just continue like a separate direction. At this time, if you died, there would be like a mini spin-off sort of thing where you go to meet Oher or whatever and see what the special treatment is. All right, let's redo last choice, I suppose. Let's see what the last choice is. Wait for a better moment. Morale decreases 1. You wait. The man and the woman continue with the grunts and moan as the monster creeps another meter or so, and then pushes up into the air with his tentacles, lands on the man, knocking him flat onto the bed. Now the loathsome thing is covering nearly all the bed, its body throbbing as it begins to feed. You're not sure on which of them. You flap into the room and rise to the high vaulted ceiling. Now, you say. Life decreases 2. I'm still about to die, but okay. There's a ringing in your ear, and the next thing you know, you're falling. Your blade appears in your hand, pointed down just as you hoped. With your weight behind your weapon, you drive the blade all the way to the hilt as you land on the monster. That would be insane. If you landed from that height, Rooster's legs would break probably. But alright, still. I mean, it is a spongy monster, so I suppose it wouldn't be that bad, but still. The weight behind your weapon depends on how high the ceiling is. With the weight behind your weapon, you drive the blade all the way to the hilt as you land on the monster. This releases a fresh wave of horrid stink as the monster thrashes underneath you. The thing thrashes underneath, and a tentacle wraps around your throat and flings you off, slamming you into the wall. Swiftly, you're on your feet and charge. The monster lashes with the tentacle, but you sever it with one stroke from your sword, and then you're in range. Hacking and slashing with abandon, covering yourself in gore. It lashes another tentacle, but the attack is weak, and you're ready for it. You slice the tentacle in half, after which you get back to hacking the mass of pulsing gore. It's amazing that no one paid attention to the fact that I picked up a sword of Aletheia, but regardless. Dark thoughts push against you. The spawn is using his dark magic against your mind again, but you feel Agra pushing back. There's a great hissing sound, perhaps the monster's last death rattle. A shimmering, semi-transparent face rushes up from the mangled body. You raise your sword, preparing to slash it, but then you realize it's a human's face, one that you recognize. It's the high priest of Aletheia that you witnessed the monster consume back in the Alethean temple. He's smiling. He rises up and is gone. More of these ghosts emerge. Oh, these are the souls. It's dead, I'm guessing. He rises up and is gone. More of these souls emerge from the monster. You decide to ignore them and get back to chopping. That's right, champion. Make absolute certain, says Agra. I didn't survive the streets of Windborne. You wheeze in between swings, hacking deep into the still quivering body by being stupid. Oh, man. I mean, if he's wheezing, he must have said, like, I didn't survive the streets of Windborne. by being stupid. You probably said it like that, but regardless. After a few more slashes, your body now is slick with gore. There's a deep tremble. You look up, half expecting to see a line of knights charging on horseback, but you're in a bedroom high in the castle. That simply cannot be. What? Life decreases 3. Then you realize that rumble is coming from the monster, and with it, a feeling of impending doom. Boom! All goes dark. Alas, you finally succumb to your wounds and collapse. Wait, did it explode or something? What the fuck?